Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is really true, is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petitos taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petitos Show on Hamilton Radio. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass, guys, because 31 years ago, this month, I was a dumbass. But through the grace of God, I can honestly say 31 years later, I am now a smartass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible. At least 40 times it means donkey, and that's what I was. I say all that to say this, guys. Everybody out there has probably had all over the world, the toughest 2.5, 3 years of our lives, right? So everyone out there should know that you're not alone, and if you need someone to speak to, I'm here. I'm a nutritional health coach, I'm a recovery coach, all my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. Some have made it and some unfortunately have not, even family members of mine, through addiction. So if anyone thinks my book can help them or a friend or a loved one, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, or Amazon, or BAM, or anywhere now, Barnes & Noble, it's all over the place. Okay? And if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, please reach out to me about that as well. You can also go to the Geri Petitos Show YouTube channel and subscribe. We've got some really cool things coming up. Thank you very much. How'd you like my Elvis?
I loved it.
All right.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Everyone that knows me knows I love Elvis, but I also love magic. And these guys right here are good friends of mine that blow me away, okay? They are two of the most incredible magicians ever, okay? Ever. So this guy goes by Jack Morrowin, okay? This guy goes by Magic Mike, okay? So why don't we start with you guys telling everyone a little bit about yourselves, all right?
Hey, do you want to start with me?
Yeah,
me
let's start with
you.
Jack.
Go ahead.
I've been doing magic since I was a child, since I was about 8 years old. I got into it because my father showed a few magic tricks. I started watching World's Greatest Magic. I got inspired by what I saw. I had always been on stage, done musical theater. Oh, now I'm louder. So I did musicals, and I loved being able to ad-lib, and I did some improv comedy as well when I was in college. So getting to basically put all of that acting, theater background into the shows has been awesome. And now currently I close out some Ren fairs. I perform at them. I do private events. And yeah, I think that about sums it up.
Okay.
And I met Mike. I met Mike at an event, and we became fast friends.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. We actually met at the Friendlies event.
That's right.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
That's right. So tell us a little bit about you now.
All right. So I've been doing magic for, at this point, about 18 years. I started when I was about 12 years old. It all started with a magic kit for Christmas, and I kept doing the same trick over and over again for my mom and dad, and my mom said, all right, can you learn anything else? I'm like, well, you only got me the kit, like how many more other kits are there? So eventually she found a guy that was teaching lessons, and he took me under his wing, taught me everything on how to put together an entire show, how to advertise, how to work with music, how to vocalize and work silently for different age groups. And ever since then, I've just been doing magic shows. Primarily, my main focus was birthday parties and holiday house parties and fundraisers and events, and a couple stage shows here and there. And over the years, I've had a great time. I have a ton of experience. and I get to meet some really cool people. So I'm actually really excited today to be on a Geri Petitos radio show today. Thanks so much for having me.
So why don't we do this? We'll do it again later on as well. Tell everyone how to get in touch with you if they want to book you. Go ahead.
So right now I'm actually on a hiatus with magic shows because I've currently been working on wedding preparations.
Okay.
So I'm getting married the last week of August, September 1st as well. So it's a Hindu wedding. So it's 5 days of nonstop partying. I'm going to be wiped out.
No, but give them your info anyway in case
That
like,
sounds
down
so
the road.
much more fun than a regular.
Okay.
It's a Hindu wedding. It's 5 days of partying. 5 days of that's not even including the honeymoon part. You're just this is before everything. We just party. It's a week. That's.
And we scheduled for what? For me and my fiance, we got 2 honeymoons lined up.
That's great.
So right after the wedding, and then one in December.
So, but give them your info anyway.
Oh yeah.
For
So,
future
yeah.
dates.
Yes. So for contacting me for any future parties, I can be reached by my cell phone number. So it's gonna be 609-558-4619. Again, 609-558-4619. Simple phone call or text message works as well.
Okay, you do the same.
Best way to reach me, again, cell phone works. The direct line at 609-661-2675. I can also be found at Jack Morrowin, JackMorrowin, at Facebook. I'm the only one who runs the page, so if you get a message back, it is from me, not someone answering. And the same thing with email. It's jackmorrowin@gmail.com. So any of those methods, and
Okay.
I will be able to be reached.
So, I want to let everybody out there know that I love to know how tricks are done, how magic is done.
And you came to the right place.
And these guys don't tell me. Just letting you know that, okay? Listen, I have bribed them, okay?
You came to the right place. We won't tell you.
And they won't tell me, all right? So I love trying to figure it out. So we have someone in our audience today. So would you like to tell everyone who's with us?
Oh, yes. So today in the audience, I decided to bring my fiance, Kamakshi, who will be shortly in less than about 30 days will be my wife.
See? So
And
very
partner in
nice to
crime in
meet you,
life.
girls. And she knows a little bit more than I do, obviously, so I'm going to become her best friend and check things. Ask her, okay? So, all right. So you guys have done some incredible magic tricks with me, all right, that blow my mind. I still try to figure them out. Some I have, some I know should be done this way, but I still don't understand how you do it. I can't see it happening. You guys are incredible. Do you have new magic for me today?
Do you remember the old stuff?
Listen,
Do you remember the old stuff? Because then it's new to you today.
oh, yeah.
There are certain tricks that I have with me that I know for a fact I've done with you that I'm not going to do with you.
Okay.
The egg bag is one of the. It's an effect I love. I do it at a lot of my shows. I am not doing that with you. But I actually recently got to do a close-up gig, a walk-around gig, which I had not done in a while. Oh, they are fun. I forgot how much fun they are because I've been typically, I'm doing Ren fairs and things, so I'm on a stage with people, and I take that intimate feeling you have with close-up and I put it on the stage. So the thing that I got booked, it was a college graduation party. They were wonderful people. I got to entertain the kids and the adults and walk around. I was supposed to be there for, I think, an hour. I was there for like 2.5 hours. I had too much fun with the audience.
Yep.
I didn't charge anymore. I had fun. I'm not going to charge people because I'm having fun. So it was a blast. And I got to do some of my close-up stuff that I have not gotten to do in a long time.
Okay.
So I know I've done close-up with you and with some of the other shows I've been on Hamilton Radio. I've gotten to do some stuff, but I don't remember everything that I've done.
Okay.
So I collect cards. So I brought some cards because I'm a magic geek and I'm a geek in general. So I have a couple different decks of cards and rubber bands and stuff. So some really cool close-up magic is done with some seemingly mundane objects. And Mike has a bunch of stuff that I really want to know what he's going to do because, again, when magicians get together, we're like, what are you doing? So it's magic is a unique art in that aspect.
Did you guys communicate prior?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. The text message, the group text that you had, were like, "This is the show." We're like, "Great, can't wait to see you," and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we like surprising each other as well. And the thing is, it's not about the trick that's being done. The performance that always goes behind it, because even if a magician does something that somebody else has done, I like seeing how somebody else pulls it off. Or how they worked a new routine. And, oh, that was a really good idea. I wish I had thought of that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We do it all the time. There was a trick I think Mike had seen me do, and he's seen it. And even if we don't do it personally, we've seen other presentations of that effect. Because there's like 3 or 5% of the magicians come up with the effects that the rest of us use. So we'll do those things, but it's up to the individual performer to make it their own. So the routines, the jokes that go in, the lack of jokes that go in, the seriousness, whatever the art form that they're putting, their routine, their bit, is different almost entirely, unless you're verbatim copying somebody else, which is very frowned upon.
Yes.
But none of us do anything similar. We have Mike and I have distinctly different performance personas. So it's cool to see, like I got to watch him interact with my kids at the Friendlies event, and it was awesome. My kids know how, they've seen me do magic up close, and they're watching him, and I'm watching him do the coin effect. It was the same thing, because my oldest son, who is 13, got so into it. Well, he'll be 13 in September. I'll be clear about that. He's going to be 13. But he's watching him do this coin thing, and up to a certain point, he thought he had it figured out, and I'm watching. And then Mike waved his hand in front of it, and it went from 1 coin to like 5. And my son went from, wait, what? And I was like, I love that. Thank you for doing that to him, because you put him in his place because he thought he knew and he doesn't. And it's, so we get giddy even when it surprises us. You know, we don't have to know how it's done. And even if we do, to see someone expertly pull something off is awesome. So I love watching other
Wait,
magicians.
I have a question. So you just said something. So you said, and it's not even that you have to know how it's done. You just love watching it. Mm-hmm. You really don't, like sometimes you're not like, I have to figure that out. And
No, not most of the time, no. Because you know what, it's more, as Jack just said, it's about the presentation and watching and enjoying that trick for what it is in that moment. You know, a lot of people are very smart. They can reverse engineer a trick in a heartbeat. Even a ton of other magicians as well can be like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what you did there. They can replicate that. But, you know, are they going to do it? Are you going to do it with their style? No. But, you know, every magician, as Cliff said, yes, everybody has their own persona and how they perform. And it's entertaining. And just like this, like when I watch Jack turn around and do tricks for audiences, like I love their reactions. We feed off the audience. That's where the magic is for us. We enjoy that.
okay.
And another good point was, like you're saying, like, yeah, we all do it differently. We all love the reactions. And the reason we don't have to know it, the only reason I think we would want to know how a specific trick is done is if it's something that fits our show. I see a lot of cool magic. We get the newsletters from people, the newest trick, and I'll look at something and I may go, that's awesome. That doesn't fit how I perform. I can't find a purpose for that move, that trick, that bit. If it's something that I see and I'm like, oh, that would fit in with my show, now I want to learn how it's done. Because a lot of times when you're doing your show, it's like a stand-up comic. They will come up with a routine. They will perform that routine for a bunch of different audiences. They might do that same routine for a year, 2 years. Now they'll do another set of material. You know, when they feel that they've done that material enough while they're writing new material. So a magician will do the same thing. We may not do a brand new show every single time, but if we find a new effect or we find something new, or we were like, okay, you know what, I've done this show enough. Now it's time to do something a little different. Now we'll start putting it together another show. What new tricks have I not done? What stuff that I learned years ago that I never put into a show? That's when we would look to, okay, does this fit with how I perform? So we don't need to necessarily know how everything works, only for the simple fact that it doesn't always work how we do our art form.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. Wow. All right, so who wants to go first?
We just look at each other like there's certain things. I only because it's again, someone asked me about the effects. I was talking with Buddy. I'm going to be opening for impersonator Buddy Katz, and I'm helping with he's going to instantly go from one outfit to another. So I'm designing based on a couple different effects how this will get pulled off. And I said it's going to be simple to do because the people involved are not magicians; they're backstage people. But and Mike will probably, I guarantee Mike has this experience. Every magician has this. You'll do all these tricks, and some of them are much more intricate with how the trick has to work. You put a lot of practice time into specific effects. Some don't require as much practice. They require routining, but not to get the trick down. And the ones that are so intricate, sometimes they'll get oh, it was good. And then the ones that are so easy, technique-wise, that you didn't have to work as hard, will get such a much bigger reaction from the audience. And in your head, you're like, oh, good. And then you have no idea how easy that one was. Why didn't you clap that hard for the other one? So that's, and the thing is, when I've taught magic, you got to keep in mind, I tell people, when you find out how the trick works, because a lot of times there's disappointment that, oh, that was it. Mm-hmm. Remember the feeling you had when you first saw the trick and how amazing it felt, where it was like, whoa, you were blown away by it. That's what you're sharing with people when you do magic. So that's what you got to remember. It's not the difficult or the easy technique behind it. It's how people are going to react by sharing something awesome with them. So Target and Walmart, every time I go into one, I go, no matter what I'm getting, I will go by the board game, card game section. And there are specialty decks. Walmart gets them in occasionally, and Target has a whole section. They're about $10 a piece. And the first one I found, I don't know if anyone's going to see it, but this is the Disney Star Wars playing cards, and this is the dark side. The power of the dark side is what it says on the side here. So they're the dark side playing cards. So on the back, they're all black, dark side. The front, they just have Star Wars themes. So the Jokers are BB from the newer Star Wars movies that had come out. And then so on and so forth. You got Princess Leia, you've got Rey, you've got the King of Diamonds is Luke Skywalker, so Star Wars themes. And I said, well, if they have a dark side, then they had to have the light side, which they do. And this one says, luminous beings are we, may the force be with you. And instead of being black on the back, they are white. So white on the back, and the same thing on the sides. You have, find the King of Diamonds. It's the same exact print on the front, it was just a different back.
All right.
So it's not, but I was a geek. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get the Star Wars decks. So with Star Wars, the biggest thing is the Force. The Force, it's a force that binds and connects everybody. So Jerry, are you more light side or dark side? What do you think now?
Light.
You're light side.
Yeah, I don't like dark side.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the light side. Okay, you take the light side. I'm going to take the dark side.
Okay.
Here's what I want you to do. And a matter of fact, here, give me the deck. And Mike, you want to shuffle?
Sure thing.
You shuffle the dark side.
I'm a poker dealer.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot
yeah.
that. I apologize.
can't shuffle.
You shuffle. I'm going to use the dark side, so you shuffle my deck.
Okay.
We're gonna do a lot of swapping and shuffling each other's decks. So it's basically we're going to mess with each other, which is something I know you like. So
And Jerry, good call, because as soon as those cards came in my hand, I was going to stack them.
he was
Listen, I'm a little insulted, man.
Don't tell
I
her.
can shuffle better than you
I forgot
people.
that you did the poker thing. It's been a little
Look,
while.
okay, I'm
You
making
just
fun of
dropped
you.
the
I'm back,
cards.
and now I'm dropping them.
We don't even need the whole deck. You don't even need the whole
Give
deck
me
for
that
this.
one. I don't care.
It's fine. I got it.
Because this is the dark side, so we are
It's
going to
the
give you the bad ones.
That's fine. And you shuffle as many or as few times as you
They're too
want.
new. These are
They dropped Palpatine.
They're-
They
Just to let you guys know.
slide.
They are.
These
They're like
not
brand new.
poker
Oh, there's very
cards.
few things like a new deck of cards for a magician.
these
It's like that new
slide.
card smell or new car smell. A new card
All right.
smell. That's basically.
Yeah,
Alright.
moving a little closer over the table.
So these slide.
Yes.
There you
Yes,
go.
they do.
You're not doing anything messy with mine, right?
No, I like the feel of regular shuffling.
And
I mean, I cheat, but I don't cheat. Like in card games, like if I play card games with my friends,
Mm-hmm.
I could, but I don't, because then what
Yeah.
good is it if I'm? Why?
Okay, how many times?
Have many as few as you want.
Because you're putting them back together.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. You're going to cut the deck. Okay.
Okay.
Take a look at the card you cut to.
Okay.
Don't show me.
I'm
You can
not-
show Mike if you want, but if you don't trust Mike, that's fine.
I've never seen that card before.
Okay. Put it down,
Where? Here?
and then complete the cut.
Okay. So, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Swap them back.
Ugh.
You're going to find the card. Just look for the card.
My card and your
The
deck?
card that you look for in your deck.
All right.
I'm going to look for Okay. When you find your card, put it face down.
All right. It's probably not going to be in here, is it?
Oh, it should be.
Oh, it's
Yeah, no.
I didn't take the card out.
Yep,
Okay.
that'll be the one.
Now, put the deck aside. Now, if the Force were to exist in the Star Wars universe and canon, the Force connects everybody. It's a force that connects everyone. So if you're really connected, you should be able to find the similarities between people. You should be able to read people. That's why they can manipulate the mind or manipulate objects, because everything is connected through this life force, essentially. So turn over the card. If we're using the Force, if I was able to use the Force through the power of these Star Wars cards, see how believable that sounds? Turn over your card. What card did you pick when you went through? The 8 of Diamonds. So if I could use the Force, and these Star Wars themes cards could help me access the Force, then I also should have the same card you do, which would be the 8 of Diamonds.
All right, so how?
Honestly, Jerry, I'm not going to reveal it here, but
Okay,
that is
tell me.
one. Like, you had asked me if I would teach you how to do magic.
You'll teach me
I
that
will
one?
absolutely teach, especially for someone who utilizes cards
All right.
and does poker. I will absolutely
All right.
teach you
You
that
all
one.
heard him. He's going to teach me
I
that
will
trick.
teach you that one. I could teach that one before we leave today. If you
Okay.
want.
Oh,
Okay,
Jack.
good.
I love the way you did that trick. Man, if you could just, the next time you ever do that, right before you start, just wave your hand, just like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are a Jedi.
That's a good idea. I will do that. I will see, we give each other suggestions. That's a great suggestion. Now, obviously, with my dress and style, I don't typically do the sci-fi stuff, but I figured this would be a little fun thing to kind of open up with. I want Mike to do one.
I know, you-
We can
come
go
on.
back and forth all day.
Yes.
I figured
Let's
I'd
do it.
open
Come
with a
on.
nice and
All right.
simplistic one.
Simplistic, sure, yeah. We'll play around with this one. All right. Oh, I'm going to turn a little bit here.
It's good that we're doing magic on the radio where it's visual, so the people who are just listening, this is really not as fun for you. You should probably tune in. Where can we tune into this?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on the Geri Petito Show YouTube channel, and it's also now shared on Facebook. But if you go to the Geri Petito Show YouTube channel, you can see it live.
Gotcha. So I know just looking at the screen here, and not a lot of people are going to be able to see this, so we're going to use we're going to vocalize more through this.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Jerry, I just spread a deck of cards, just ribbon spreaded them. And what's the first thing you notice about these?
Okay, so you have some facing up and some facing down.
Very good. That's a correct observation. So,
I noticed one more thing. Can I say it?
sure.
You have a 9 in the beginning and a 9 at the end.
That's also a good observation.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with the trick.
Oh.
I was like,
I'm like, oh, yeah, right.
Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
what's going to happen is I'm going to turn away so I can't see anything that's going on. So here's what's going to happen.
do you want me to turn away too and make it feel better?
Jack, no, you can keep watching. So I'm going to turn away. When I do, you're going to reach over and you're going to pull out a card. But pull out a card that's face up, all right?
Okay.
The reason being is that you see the card the longest period of time so that you actually memorize it,
Okay.
all right? So, like, for instance, you're just going to, like, reach inside, you're going to pull out a card.
You mean you memorized it?
No, it's going to be one that you're going to memorize.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to pull out a card, whichever one you want. You know, let Jack see, let the audience see as well, let everybody else see. And then after you got that card memorized, and make sure you really look at that card too,
Okay.
because you have to remember this. You're going to turn that card face down so you can't see it anymore.
All right.
And you're going to put it back into the deck of cards. But don't put it back in the same spot you got it from. I want you to put it in a totally different spot.
Okay.
And then after you do that, you're going to take the whole deck of cards and you're going to squeeze it back together just like this.
Before you turn around?
Yes. Yep.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm not going to look at all,
Oh,
right?
my
So
goodness.
don't worry.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk you through the instructions one more time,
All right.
but I'm gonna look away this time.
Okay.
And I won't cheat. I won't look at the TV screen.
I'm
either.
confused now too. I want to.
So Jerry, you're gonna go ahead. You're gonna go through that deck of cards. You're gonna take a card that you can see that's face up. Pull that card out. Take a look at it. Show it to Jack. Show it to the audience. Show it to
Okay.
the camera for the viewers at home. And then when you're done, take one more look at that card, and you're gonna turn that card face down. All right. So the red back should be up. Push that back into the deck of cards, but don't put it in the same spot. Put it somewhere else. Once you're all done, you're going to squeeze everything back together, and then tell me when you're all done.
That's going to be crazy. All right, I'm done.
Okay, based on what she just did, I have no clue because I had a couple things. We do think. I'm like, I had a couple ideas in mind, and literally just what I saw completely threw every idea I had out the window. So
Me
awesome.
too.
Good, good. Okay, so if I took this deck of cards and I spread it out, what I could have done Because I could have memorized every single face-up card, and by process of elimination, just immediately say, oh, what card's missing, and I would know exactly what your card is. But for this trick, I didn't do that.
No.
So the second half to it is, I know that you pulled the card out, and I had you turn it face down and put it back in. So now it's going to be one of these face-down cards. So without pointing to it, and just a simple yes or no, but do you roughly know where the area that you put your card?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think because I think so.
I did not see anything.
I think yes.
Okay, so you can roughly say whether you put the card toward the bottom, the middle, or the top.
Yes.
Something like that, right? Now, to me, I could probably do a little bit of guesswork as well to try to figure out where you put it, but that's not the point of this trick, right? So if I took these cards just like this, and I give this deck of cards a little bit of a, I give it a little bit of a shuffle, right? And I spread it back out. Now, your card is one of these face-down cards. Can you tell me where it is now?
No.
No, now at this point, I mix it up. I'm not paying attention. I just did a haphazard shuffle to it all. So I have no idea where your card is, but that's okay. We're gonna work on trying to find your card, all right? So Jared, do you remember what your card was?
What it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Don't say it out loud. I just want you to concentrate on your card. All right? I want you to imagine it right here. All right. I want you to imagine it manifesting right here, right in the square of my fingers. Concentrate on it. Go ahead. Concentrate on that color. I want you to concentrate on the shape of the card. I want you to concentrate on that value, whether it's a face card or a number. Keep concentrating. Go, 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 go. Keep going, go. See the concentration work? Almost there. Got it.
No way.
That was a good resonating in this table.
Yeah,
That was
right.
beautiful.
And with just a little magic, just like that, every card turns face down except for one card and one card only.
Okay,
Jerry,
how?
I'm not telling you.
there.
No, no, no.
I'm not telling you. I love that though.
Okay,
that was
how?
awesome.
How? No, how?
No, nope. I'm not giving it. First of all, I would not give away another magician's.
This is
especially a
amazing.
friend of mine who's sitting right here. But that's awesome. And
you.
only because I'm familiar with certain principles. But that I will talk to you later. That's cool. That is very cool.
right?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, I've been using this trick for years. It's one of my favorite
That
ones.
that's an
Yes.
awesome. Is that my question? Just for is. When we put magic together, there's usually a trick like, okay, I'm going to start with an opener. Is that an opener, a middle, or a closer for you?
No, that is that depends on what I'm doing. Generally, that's a middle to a closer.
Okay.
Never really an opener. I do have my own opener.
I can see how you could close after you've
with
done a
that.
couple other things, and then you're like, and then
Yeah.
pull that out and go, hey, this, and close with that, because the probability of that happening is very slim. So the more like. The more difficult it is for someone to wrap their head around, the better it is towards the end.
Yes,
That was cool.
yes.
That was very cool.
How
I
did
like
you
it.
do that?
Magic.
Magic.
I know how I did it.
Magic. That was the answer to everything. It's magic.
Okay, all right. That was incredible.
Good. Thank you. Thanks. That's one of my little.
I
friends.
like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that one later.
Yes, that's cool. That is very cool. You play poker, so you're familiar with gambling. I'll do a gambling trick. Now we can use the Star Wars cards if you want. We don't have to. And in this case, it can honestly be any deck of cards. And here's the thing with these cards, Jerry. They look very special and unique, like there'd be something weird about. There's not. They're literally just fancy cards. Like
I
this
want
one.
the new pack.
Yeah, go ahead, open it. The reason that I grabbed those, that came in a 4-pack where it was 2 red back cards, and instead of 2 blue packs, they were black. So I was like, this is cool because it's unique. So I grabbed those.
New pack.
New bag of cards. Take out any 3 cards. We only need 3 cards. So 3 cards. Make that. Yeah, actually, no, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say 2 black and a red or 2. It really doesn't matter. No. This is a variation.
Not the Jokers.
I learned this. It's
Not the Jokers.
it doesn't matter.
All right.
I learned, but 3 unique cards, so that you know that they're different, and put them face up on the table.
Oh, you want them face
Oh
up?
yeah, no, this isn't a guess a
Oh,
card
so then
trick.
we will
It's
use
not
the
a guess.
Joker.
It's not a guess your card trick in the typical fashion. This I actually got. There is a magician I saw at a conference. His name's Chris Capehart. Does a lot of street magic close up, and I bought his Cliff Notes. It was like a small booklet, and this trick was in here. And I've told people if they want to learn magic, getting it by video because magic is visual. It's just you tend with a video to try and copy exactly what you see, which means the magician who's performing it, their performances, timing, and stuff. The books and the writing ones are better if you can get, like, there's public domain PDFs you can find and books from the library. But sometimes some of those books or instructions are written in a way that unless you really know magic,
Okay.
it's hard to understand. The notes for this trick, if I were to tell you how they were written, you would still not understand how to do this. But when it's explained by doing it at the same time, it makes complete sense. So I'm not going to teach, again, one, it's visual, so the people who are watching would see it. The people who are just listening have no idea. But what we have is we have the ace of spades, we have a joker, and we have a seven of hearts. Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
We're going to flip them over, and I'm going to turn my back. You are going to choose one of those cards,
Okay.
whichever one of those three you like, okay? When you flip them over, you are going to swap the position of the other two that you did not pick, okay? So let's say hypothetically, and we'll use the joker because it's the most unique card. Let's say you pick the joker. And face down, you would swap the positions of the ace and the seven. So I'm going to turn these over. Ace, joker, seven. You can pick whichever one you want. Swap the positions of the two cards that you did not pick. And the reason they're face down is because this way I can't see what's going on.
Close your eyes.
I will close my eyes.
You're closing out.
Oh yeah,
All
because
right.
there's a screen there I can see. I don't want to do that.
All right.
So once you've swapped the two cards,
All right.
let me know.
So, hold on, Jack, one real quick. What was the instructions again?
To pick one card,
Okay, so,
and the card that she picks stays in its position. The other two change.
okay, now, does Jerry look at that card or no?
Well, turn them all face up.
Wait, well,
Here, look.
hold on.
And we'll, just because this
Okay.
was this way, look. Oh, this was, I
Sorry.
shuffled, I put them in the same position they were in. So, you know where the cards
All right.
are, yes?
Okay.
Look
Okay.
at the cards face up, pick one. Don't tell me what it is, don't tell Mike what it is.
All right.
You have one in mind, okay? So I'm going to flip them over. If you want to point out which one it is to Mike, that's fine. That's the one that stays in its position. Swap the other two.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Good?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
I do that before?
are you familiar?
No, you're fine, yeah.
You're familiar with the three shell game?
You go ahead.
Okay. So what you're going to do is change the positions of the cards.
Right now?
So now I have no idea which one you picked. I have no idea which two you swapped, and you're going to mix them up a little further. So go ahead and you can
Anything I want.
like mix them up like on the table, like how they would, swap the positions of the cards.
All right.
So go ahead and change the positions of the cards, kind of like three shell style. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now by looking at the cards,
Okay.
okay, so I'm gonna pick up the cards, okay, and by looking at the cards, I'm gonna know which one that you liked.
Okay. And I knew too.
How did I know which one you picked?
I don't know how you knew.
That's
but
the point of the effect.
Right.
Yes.
You obviously know because you picked it. How did I know when everything was face down and my back was turned? And you mixed them up further when they were down. Not just knowing where your card was,
how did
knowing what your card was. Which, by the way, she picked the ace of spades out of the three. You want to do it again? I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Now, most tricks you don't do twice for the same crowd. There's
that is
a
correct.
magic rule because the first time people, when you do a magic trick the first time, this is a general rule. Because when you do a trick the first time, people are like, whoa! Now, the second or third time, now they're asking because they're trying to figure out how you did
All right,
it.
let's do it again.
But we're going to do this again. So, and the cards, we'll even, I think the original order was this. We're not even going to have them in the same order. Look, doesn't matter what order they start in. Doesn't matter. You know what the cards are, yes?
Yeah.
Look at them, pick one. You have one in your mind. Which one of those three you like?
Okay.
And you could pick the same one, you could pick a different one.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Okay? So what you're going to do is now swap the positions of the two cards that you did not choose.
Okay, close your eyes.
My eyes are closed, my hand is clamped tightly. And Mike
Okay.
is just making sure that I was clear and that she did it.
Yeah.
Can I turn
Did it
around?
Right?
I only caught the last half of it, but yes, I think we're right. We're good.
Okay. So now, three-card Monty style. Go for it. Change the positions of the cards.
Yes.
Good, right? So I pick up, it doesn't matter what order they pick up the cards, but in this case, the only red card is the seven of hearts, and that's the one you went with.
How?
There it is.
Now, here's the thing. The reason, and I will explain, when magicians came up with that rule, it was for general purposes. And I think it was the professor, Di
Vernon.
Vernon,
Yep.
was known for saying, well, oh, you fooled You fooled Houdini, the man who fooled Houdini. He said, how does it feel to be known as the man who fooled Houdini? He said, it's really not that big a deal. He wasn't that hard to fool. He showed Houdini the same, because Houdini said if he sees a trick more than once, he will be able to figure it out.
Right.
And Di Vernon did the same card trick for him 7 times.
And he couldn't figure
And
it out?
Houdini couldn't figure it out. So the rule is typically, no, you don't show it more than once. But if you think of things like the linking rings, the rings link and they unlink and they link, and you're doing the same trick over and over again within the same routine. Ambitious card, which is another one. It's the same, it happens over and over again. So typically, even magicians break that rule. This is an effect I like because it doesn't matter how many times you see it, you're not going to know how it works.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a fantastic trick.
And kudos to Chris Capehart for that, because that, it was the most confusing set of instructions for any card trick. I had to do it while I was...
Did you ever mess it up?
Have I ever messed it up? Not yet. Not
know
yet.
how to
And
do
I
it?
actually came close to messing it up once. I came very close to messing it up once, and only for the simple fact that when the person went to go mix up the cards, I missed a step. I missed a step, and they mixed everything up in a way that I
Could not recover from.
I almost couldn't recover from, and I ended up pulling it off anyway because it turned out that I still did it right. So even though I kind of almost messed up one of the steps, I still managed to pull it off.
I
So,
love those
no.
moments. Oh,
But
yeah,
now it's like
right?
you're sitting there and you're like, now you're trying to word away that. So you start making it sound like, well, this may not work, and then when it works, they're like, that was part of the act. And in your head, you're like, absolutely. No, it wasn't.
Yep, right.
I was saying that because I thought I messed up, and that was my out. No, in all seriousness, I came close once to messing it up. And then it's actually good practice when you perform in front of an audience.
Okay, stop
You-
talking. I don't
go for it.
understand something.
Go for it.
So I took those 3 cards. We did it twice.
Yes.
The first time I touched the one that I picked.
Yes.
So the second time I made sure I didn't do that.
Okay.
So I don't understand.
That's part of the magic art form. You're not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It helps us do our job.
Do you know the answer to this, girlfriend? No, I don't. That's pretty cool, right?
No. What's really cool is I know a trick very similar to that, but I have a tinge of a different method.
Oh, nice.
You want to
Which
do it?
requires actually, I really like your method because that
It's
even
Chris
leaves-
Capehart's method. I don't want to take credit
Chris
for the method.
Capehart's- Chris Capehart's method, because like you leave the cards face down. Essentially, what ends up happening on my side is that yes, the cards get flipped face down. Somebody picks it up, swaps the other 2, and then I have them flip everything back up, and then remix everything through. And
Okay.
then eventually, I just point right to it. But I love that extra hit of keeping them face down.
Right. So
That's
how did
cool.
he do that?
I have a theory, but that's
Oh my gosh.
that's for
really
after the
cool.
show.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So I think we're
I
running
like
back
this
and
back, but
forth.
I like this.
Yeah,
Is,
right?
And it's
Yes.
not a competition. It's just like again, we like watching each other perform, so it's cool.
The theme of like the back and forth of tonight that I so far realized is like full deck of card trick, full deck of card trick, 3 card trick, 3 card
card trick.
trick.
Ooh, okay.
And then I got something that's a non-card trick. That's more mentalism. But you got some
I
more
will.
material.
I have a mentalism one too. It's
Oh,
one that
okay.
Jerry wants to learn.
Yes.
It's one I enjoy doing. So
Nice.
this will be cool. Okay, good.
All right.
See, we didn't talk ahead of time, but we worked this out like we did. It was good.
All right. So here's a trick.
Oh, this is.
This is a nifty little one, right? I think it was like $10 out of it many years ago, and I just still happen to have it because it works great. This is it's just a little blue tube with a little cap on it. I have 3 bolts, each one with a different color on them. And it's a whole screw with a bolt at the end, and a little bit of different color on 3 different ones. And we'll get to those in a second, because over here I also have I have 3 cards. Right on the back of these cards, Jerry, just describe what image you're seeing.
E.T.
That's right. Yes.
E.T.
E.T. Right, where the fingers are touching. So now the reason why this is I got the little E.T. look is because this trick is from out of this world. The reason being is because I actually got this trick not from a magician, but from an alien.
Okay.
All right? Now, he's not like a full-scale alien that you can see. He's very tiny. Actually, he's so tiny, he's almost impossible to see. All right, so he's actually here with us today.
Okay.
All right, so this is actually his little house. So we're We're going to let him jump out there. All right, there. He's just sitting right there. Now he's going to help us out with this trick. So Jerry, what's going to happen is I got these 3 cards. All right, I want you to take your index finger and you're going to put your finger on any one of those 3 cards and hold it there. All right. Now, do you want to go with that card or do you want to change your mind? This is free choice.
I want to go with it.
You want to go with that card? Okay. All right. So just slide that card over to you. All right. Fantastic. Now keep that there. In the meantime, over here, I have these 3 bolts. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw these inside.
In his
All
home?
right. Yes, in his home. And take the little alien. He's going to drop inside there as well. And, what I didn't tell you, that these are actually fuel rods from his spaceship.
Okay.
All right. So he's also a mechanic. So he does a little bit of work. So he'll go to town. All right. And when he's all done, he'll jump on out and he'll pull all the fuel rods out. Now, one of these fuel rods has a bolt that came off of it. Which color?
Yellow.
Yellow, right? So we got the yellow one that has the little bolt that just popped off of this. And Jack, you can also verify that as well, right?
Absolutely.
Now,
the other
Jerry,
2 are tight on there.
You pulled 1 card out. And I had given you free choice if you wanted to change your mind, but you declared that you wanted to stay with that. I want you to flip that card over. Go ahead.
Okay, because I was.
I can't wait for this.
I was going to pick yellow if you let me pick one of those. I kid you not. My house is mostly all yellow, so I was going to pick yellow.
Oh, this is even better.
Well, let's see if it'll go. Let's see. Let's see. Let me hold nice and high for everyone to see. What color is that?
Yellow fuel rod.
Yellow fuel rod. And here's the crazy part, because the other 2 cards were a red
I was
and a
going to
green
ask
one.
if I could see those.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I knew you. That would have been
So-
the first thing. Like, well, what are the other
Yeah,
2?
of course.
So we'll do this.
We're going to do it again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because this kind of trick I can do all day long. Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, well, it's not a one and done.
Can I tighten them?
Yeah. Please do.
I'm tightening these. Okay, look.
You don't need them too
It's
tight.
No.
Not like
Right.
catastrophic.
No,
Like, don't try to
no.
break the
Just enough.
plastic
This is
color.
really tight. I didn't even touch it.
Good. Okay. So here we go, Jerry. Now I'm gonna have you actually shuffle these cards. You're gonna mix those up.
Don't be looking.
I'm telling you right now.
Close your eyes.
Like, you know how like
your
magicians
eyes,
are.
too.
It's fine. It wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, now they're good.
Eyes
Good?
open or closed. I
All
have
right.
no idea.
Go ahead. I want you to put all 3 of those cards face down in front of you.
Okay.
All right.
Can we open our eyes yet or no?
You open your eyes.
I'm
Open your eyes now.
I'll do this blindfold.
Okay, good.
That's my level of comfort with this trick. All right, so Jerry, once again, you get a free choice. Put your finger on any one of those cards. All right, do you want to go with that card or do you want to change your
I
mind
want to
again?
change my mind.
You want to change your mind? Go ahead, change your mind. What color? Or that card?
Yep.
Are you sure you want that card or you
Yeah.
want to change your mind?
No.
You want to keep that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Can I put this in front of me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, put the little rods inside. All right, let's go. And the little alien's going to go ahead. He's going to go to work.
That's crazy.
There you go. And he's going to jump out. All right, I think he's all done his job. Jerry, what color?
Listen, is that orange or red?
It's going to be red.
We'll go with red.
All
So
right.
red.
So Jerry, why don't you go ahead and flip that card over you picked?
And it's orange. How did you do that?
Oh, it's the red one.
Or the
Yes.
red one.
Yep. Now the other 2 choices you did not pick, you could have chose from was yellow and green. He's a smart little alien, huh?
Don't look at me. I honestly have no clue how he did it.
And isn't this the one that I said was on really
It was
tight?
on really tight. You're like, I don't
Yeah.
even have to touch this one. It's on too tight.
Oh yeah, the little alien. His name is Gora, and he is very strong as well.
All right, guys, so all kidding aside, all right, look. All right.
That's
I,
and the fact that you can examine and touch everything is
I know.
also.
Oh yeah, that's the best part of this entire trick.
I
that's
love
the best
that.
part. That was
That's
amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Thanks.
That is a cool little bit too.
okay, he
Yeah,
wants to
right?
learn it now.
See, that's the thing is I don't do because of the vaudeville thing, the old fashioned like I can't do that. It doesn't make sense in my show. So I can admire it and I think it's very cool.
We could totally turn that.
We could turn it into a
Renaissance.
It could be turned into a steampunk Renaissance type thing.
And you will
without
love
the-
it. You will
that's-
love the method.
I will. No, I probably will because I'm just looking. I'm like that's. It's one of those. It's gonna be like a super. What? Who is? Nope. I'm on the radio.
So how about turning it down?
It should
Is
have
it
been.
magic?
It was. Here's the thing. It was on Do Not
Is it
Disturb.
magic?
So,
All right.
all
Why
right,
is
so that was really cool.
Thanks. I hope you enjoyed that. It fools adults, kids.
It fooled me. I'm an
And
adult
magicians.
and a kid.
Okay, and you know how that's done, right?
No, I've never
Okay,
seen it.
that's pretty cool, right?
Very cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it. It's a well done trick.
But you did it twice.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of my tricks that I do like to include in my show more particularly are ones that I can repeat for about the same audience with different results.
I don't
every
understand
time.
how you did that.
And that's yeah.
That's
no,
magic.
Yeah, I don't even know how I do it either. Gotta say a little alien.
Are you seriously calling me again?
Yeah, right.
On the
So.
radio.
So now, I know Jack.
Joey.
You want to kick into a mentalism effect, or you want me to go ahead and jump into one?
I'll do one. I've just got to message this guy. I'll call you back. Here's the thing. I have it on Do Not Disturb.
How about turn it off?
I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn on an airplane. I'm going to turn on airplane mode.
Jack,
Doc
there's
G's
a
back
bucket
there.
of water next to
Listen,
you.
This is rid-
Doc G's back there laughing at you, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep laughing. This is like, what is the purpose of Do Not Disturb if people can still disturb you? Like, that's,
right.
I thought it was my wife. Like, oh, it's an emergency. Hold on a second. No, it's not my wife. So then I don't have to do that.
So disturb me with something mentalist.
I will. Mentalism is, now, how do we get back on track? Let's put the train back from derailing. This is the trick I told you that I would teach you. So what you need are 5 objects, something you could easily pick up in one hand. So each object, something you pick up, and make them different. So don't pick like the 5 decks of cards. That's boring. 5 different objects.
That you have?
It doesn't have to be mine. You like when I do this effect, I'll get if it's a group of people, I'll have each one of them grab something and throw it on the table. Like it's
Oh, okay. So
Mike can give it. They don't have to be magic items. They
There we
can
go.
everyday
We got it.
items.
That's all I got on me.
We got it. These
Awesome. What do we got? We
5
got-
things. Here, wait. You
This
hold
isn't
that
a-
one.
what is
I want
this?
This one.
This is
There
a
you go.
metal. So we have a metal disc.
Yeah.
We have one of the yellow fuel rod, one of Mike's business cards, the cap of the alien's home,
Oh, wow.
and a pen.
Okay.
So Jerry, what you're going to do is you're going to look at those 5 objects.
Okay.
You're going to ingrain them in your mind, okay? And let me know when you're done. I'm going to look away because I don't want you to think like I'm studying how your eyes are focusing on an object.
And you
I don't-
guys haven't talked. That's the
No.
thing about this.
Nope.
No. We.
All right, so I got it.
You got it. So now I want you to look at me. These are not the droid you're looking for. No. I'm going to use this napkin to write. Normally, I'll also text. This is one of the reasons I use this. I will text the answer to someone in the group because now they have my number if they want to book me. So this is one that
That is brilliant.
This is, and I don't say it that way. I'm like, look, you don't have to call me. I said, I will never call or send you a message, but this way, and I tell them, I say, just verify you get the message, don't read it. And it's to someone in the group, they're going to read the prediction. So I'm going to,
So you're predicting what you think is in my head?
That is correct.
And how many should be in my head?
One item.
Okay.
one
Only,
item.
only one item.
Yep. Okay,
But if
good.
you want to make them really challenging, think of 4 items.
Oh, my God.
There's magicians that strictly perform for magicians to mess with their knowledge
Yes, I'm sure. All right.
and what they know about magic.
All right.
What are we writing a book over there?
I like to see the original way I was taught this was you just write the name of the thing down. I like to kind of personalize the message, so make it a little longer, and the swipe texting also makes it go by a lot quicker.
Oh yes.
So what I'm going to do is, do you want to hold this? Do you want to give it to somebody else to hold?
You know I have to hold
You
it.
have to hold it. So this way, and again, I can't swap it. I wrote it in permanent Sharpie marker, so it's not going to change. So why want you put it down and underneath something so no one will touch it. You underneath your
I
book,
know.
your thermos, whatever you want. Okay?
Sure.
Cool. So now what I want you to do, are you right or left-handed, Jerry?
Right-handed.
With your right hand, pick up any one of those 5 objects.
Anyone?
Anyone, pick up any one of those objects with your right hand. Good. Do the same thing with your left.
Pick one up.
Pick one up with your left hand. That's why I said put that somewhere because you're going to need both hands. Okay? You don't want to change your mind? Are you good with your choice?
Yes.
Awesome. Please give those objects back to Mike.
These two?
Yep. Wipe them
All
out.
right, take them.
Got him.
Okay? Which is good too because I was like, oh, it's a coin. That's not it's kind of a coin. It's a metal. Why does he have that? He's a magician. We have all sorts of weird stuff. Do you want to change the order of the remaining 3 objects? You want to leave them as is? I knew she was going to do that. I had no idea she was going to do that. With your right hand, pick up any one of the remaining objects. Do the same with your left hand. And I want my pen back because I was originally going to write it in pen, and you took my pen. I was like, well, at least I have the Sharpie. I was like, thankfully, I had a backup.
Do I give
So you have no. You have an object. So you're going to hold on to one of those objects. You're going to hand me the other. Now, sometimes it could be psychological. If I go like this or I go like this, you might be inclined to do that.
I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
I won't even look at you. I don't want you to think I'm rude, but I will look away if it makes you more comfortable. What I want you to do is put one of those objects in front of me. You're going to keep the other one. You're going to hold on to the other one. Put either one of those objects in front of me.
Okay.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You're positive. You don't want to let go of the fuel rod?
No.
Okay. The yellow fuel rod. And do I get to keep this, or is this?
Oh, yeah.
Because you have writing on the back of this one. I didn't know if it was a note.
Well, when you first started talking about that card trick, and you were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna
be
talk
talking
about
about
the force,"
that.
and I was like, "What a great way to get right into a card trick!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can transfer the note back, and I'll take a note because I have one of your cards, but I like to have newer ones. So you could have picked any one of those objects to hold on to. You had free choice the whole time, correct? What I want you to do, take a look at that. Take a look at the note.
All right. Don't be looking.
Yeah, I folded it up multiple times because that would have been really hard to get to.
All right, Jerry, read it out loud.
Read it out loud. If you can read my handwriting, because my handwriting is awful. That's the other reason I texted too, because then there's no way someone can't read it.
Just start speaking in
How
German.
does E.T. make it home with that yellow fuel rod?
Nice.
It is the single best way I've seen that principle in magic used. And Jerry was like, of all the trick, I was like, you know what? It is a trick that you cannot mess up.
All right.
Here's the thing. That's wrong. Anyone can mess up any magic trick, but it is one that it's a premise that I love in magic, and this to me was the best application. And I've actually closed out. If there's any magicians listening, they're he used that. Yeah, I've closed close-up shows with that one because when people see it, they have no idea how it works initially. Because of the seemingly impossibility.
I
More
have
so
an
than other
idea.
things.
Later we'll talk.
We are going to talk.
But
Absolutely.
Very cool.
I love this effect tremendously.
I like that one too. I like the way that I like the way you conduct that, and at the way that final reveal, the way that ended. That's a great way. I love that. Very nice, Jack.
And I had to do this one. I got asked to do this one over and over with the same group of people, and it changed every time. And the girl who kept telling people to come and see it couldn't figure out for the life of her how it worked. I'm like, she's going to get this eventually. No, not once. Not a once.
Yep.
I'm like, I'll keep doing it for everybody. This is fine. So,
Amazing.
thank you. I would hope so. I have to kind of do this, otherwise I'm not going to be employed
Give
doing
E.T.
magic
his
very
fuel.
long. I still love that effect, like that. The fact that one of those fuel rods was going to be one of the items, I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, right? Oh.
I love that. That was a cool prop. I'm now excited to see what Mike's going to do because I'm looking at all the prop. You have cool looking prop. The box is awesome, by the way. That like silver,
Oh my goodness.
the thing with the Paris cards. You don't have to do it now. I'm just saying I like the box. I like the presentation.
This is my next trick.
Oh, good.
This is the next one. So
I like the presentation.
This
so
is
far.
a little bit more of a mentalism effect as well. So I'm going to state a little bit early. I have only ever practiced this maybe once or twice, very minimal amount of practice into this thing for a very complex trick. And I've only performed it for one group of people one time.
Oh, wow.
That's it. So you're going to be the second person I've ever performed
Guys,
this
hear
trick
that
for.
on Hamilton Radio right here, guys.
This is going to be cool.
I will also state the character in this story consistently changes between a guy who lives in Brooklyn and Christopher Walken's because I can't get my voice right.
Wow. It's amazing.
So, Jerry,
All right.
here's a story. You got a friend's birthday party. Everybody says, hey, we're going over to this tavern. We're all going to hang out there. We're going to get pizzas, beers, and the whole 9 yards. Right? Have a good time. So you're there. The night's winding down to an end. And this rather tall, lengthy gentleman comes into the bar. And he grabs a seat at the table nearby. And he's got a beer in hand. And he looks over at you. And you happen to notice, he's fairly well polished. He's wearing like a leather jacket, white t-shirt underneath, blue jeans, black shoes.
That's well polished. Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Every girl is crazy about a sharp dressed man.
That's right.
The hearthrobber.
I'm a New Yorker, baby. Yes, go ahead.
He's kind of got that greaser look, right? The hair slicked
There you
back,
go,
and everything
that's
like
better.
that. But just a little bit of age, like a fine whiskey, right?
All right.
So he comes over and he says, "Hey, listen. I'm a travel agent, all right? And I like you as a person. What's your name?
Jerry.
Jerry. I think you look like somebody that works really hard, and you deserve to have a free vacation. Guess what? As a travel agent, accumulate all these points and everything throughout the year. So I tell you what, I'm going to give you a whole free vacation. That's free, FREE. Okay? No cost, nothing. I don't want your credit card, no numbers. I'm just going to give it right to you. All right? So I'll tell you what. Here, this is a pass. All right? And this is going to be for the whole little free vacation. So just to make sure, if anything happens and I got to split at the end of the night, I want you to make sure you got your free vacation pass right here. So I want you to put that on. Just go ahead. Wear it on around your neck.
Okay.
Very good. All right, perfect. Just like that. All right. So now I got to be a little honest with you on this one as well. But this free vacation package, it's not just everything and anything you ever wanted. I got some limitations to this thing. Right? I've only been in the industry for about 10 years, right? 20 years I can do magic. So, okay, here's the deal. So I got a couple things I'm going to show you out of my portfolio. So this is how we're going to break it down. Here's the vacation packages. All right? We're going to start with the destination location. I got only 2 places that I got right now for free. You can either go to Paris or you can go to Hawaii. Where do you want to go? Paris or Hawaii?
Paris.
All right, you want to go to Paris. Very nice. We'll go to Paris. We'll put that over to the side. All right. Now, we have, while you're in Paris, you get to see a free live band. All right? Now, I only got tickets to 3 concerts. Here it is. The first one, AC/DC. The second one, Coldplay. Or the third one, my personal favorite, Spice Girls. I knew I was going to get you. All right. Which band would you like to see?
I'll take Coldplay.
All right. We got Coldplay? All right. You sure you don't want to see Spice Girls?
Nope.
Okay. So we're going to go to Paris. We're going to see Coldplay. And when you get to go see the band, you also get a free drink. Okay? Not too bad. So here's the free drinks. Chocolate milk. Or a whiskey. What would you like? Chocolate milk or whiskey?
All right, so listen. I don't drink and I'm vegan. I'll take the vegan chocolate milk.
All right. You got the vegan chocolate milk.
You were like trying to preface that. You were like, wait a minute. Let me explain.
They weren't great choices, man. But
Hey,
guys,
chocolate, you
I
can't go wrong with
told you in the
chocolate
very
milk.
beginning. I told you in the beginning. I don't have good choices.
ahead.
Very limited.
Can't go wrong with
All right.
chocolate milk.
So far we're going to Paris. We're going to see Coldplay, and you're going to get a free chocolate milk
All right.
while you get to enjoy their concert. Now, here's the crazy part. While down there, and I know how you love to have celebrities because we got a couple of celebrities in the house that day that you're going to actually get to meet in person and have an opportunity to watch your show in Paris, drinking your chocolate milk with, and get to take some selfies with them through the whole show. So
right.
for instance, some of our great celebrities we have Brad Pitt, all right? We got Will Smith. We have Jennifer Aniston. We have Kim Kardashian. And Johnny Depp. All right, so out of those names, who would you like to go see?
Will Smith.
All right, okay, so we got...
That was the wrong answer, Jerry. The correct answer was Johnny Depp. No, you could pick whoever you want. I would have picked Johnny Depp.
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying.
we want to do Will Smith. All right, Will Smith, all that. So just to reiterate, out of everything we got here, we are... We are 1, going to Paris.
Uh-huh.
2, we're going to see Coldplay. All right. 3, we're going to get a chocolate milk as your free drink. Vegan chocolate milk. And at the same time, you're going to get to see Will Smith.
Yes.
All right. Is that the choice that you want?
Yes.
All right, very good. Now, what I didn't tell you was that I said that you were going to get your entire vacation package. So I'm just going to borrow this real quick. All right, now here's the cool part. Here's the cool part. So inside this entire vacation package, all right, that you had around your neck the entire time was all your free passes right in here. There's your pass to Paris. Oh. There's your pass to Coldplay. Like I said, I'm a kind of a not experienced agent, so I messed up the coupons for your drinks, or you're drinking a whiskey. But that's okay, you get to see Will Smith.
Let me have this. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
That's still good.
Yeah, right? Like,
Because it's all attached.
Right.
I
I don't
Okay.
understand it.
that's it. That's all I got.
That was amazing.
I have a theory. I will talk to you later.
Okay, sounds good.
We like to exchange theories when we do stuff.
That one I figured.
Well, yeah.
She's like, I know that one.
You figured that one out?
Not like on my own, yeah.
Yeah, it took me only like, 2 tries with her and test practices. And then she was all like, oh, I know what you're doing. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Well, here's the thing. My wife is my confidant, I guess. If you have the ability to, when you practice magic, to have a confidant, someone you can perform in front of, someone who, like my wife, can see everything I do, whether she knows how it's done or not. But someone who will help you practice, basically.
Yes.
It gets to the point, like, my wife knows the techniques, but when it gets to the point, she goes, okay, even though I know what you're doing, that's the time I didn't see it. That's how you need to do it. If she didn't see it, no one's going to see it. Because there's times I've covered up stuff great, and she goes, I saw it there, there, and there. Whatever sleight of hand move I do. And I went, I used to get mad like a little kid. I was like, you didn't see anything. I would get mad.
Yeah.
No, she saw it, and it helps you improve. When you saw nothing. It helps when you have somebody to practice with, because you never tell the secret. If magicians never told any of the secrets ever, the art would have died out long ago. You have to pass it on. But when you're practicing, you do need somebody. It's because they say practice in front of a mirror. Performing in front of a live audience for a year is supposedly the equivalent of practicing in front of a mirror for 10. You get really good really quickly when you have a live audience. So when you have somebody who can give you feedback in the moment while you're practicing, it's invaluable. And for me, that's my wife. She's going to be that for you because she can also figure it out without you telling her, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
But
She's
it's
like a
good.
kid. She's like a kid. It's great. It's great.
Okay, so, all right. Other than the whiskey, you blew my mind with that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Because they're all
You really wanted whiskey. I'm just kidding.
right.
Sorry, like I said, this is the second time I was performing
No,
it.
but
so I was
that's
just like,
really amazing.
But thanks.
All
Yeah,
right.
I liked it.
That's a cool trick.
There's a
It's a cool
really
bit.
they have different editions of this particular trick as well. So this one was with celebrities. They have one for sports, superheroes. Yeah.
Okay, so you can you have the option to like theme it
Oh,
to
yeah.
your show. That's good.
Yep.
That's very
Yep.
good.
So I'll show you that one later. I think you'll like that.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's very cool.
Do you each have one more?
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
All right. You have 2 more?
2 more? Yeah. I mean,
All right.
if you got a minute.
Yeah,
'cause
so-
I know
Since
we're coming up
Jerry
on
likes to be the one to pick things and
Yep,
touch
yep,
everything.
yep.
So here's the thing, and I've left them in this bag. These are I have a couple magic shops I get my stuff at, Walmart, Home Depot, and Staples. These are Staples number 19 rubber bands. Take out whatever 2 you want to use,
Okay.
and they are the rubber bands that came in that bag whenever I bought that bag. However long ago I bought that bag.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. I thought
Hold on,
I thought you
mister.
pulled out 2 in one shot.
No.
You can even keep the bag away from me from now. That's fine.
All right, so we'll keep the bag
All
over
right.
here.
So we got 2 Rubber bands that you picked. Now, Jerry, you know, one of the oldest tricks in magic is the linking rings. It's one of the oldest tricks, if not the oldest trick in magic. It's hard to determine what the very first magic trick was, but linking rings are universally accepted as one of the oldest ones. Depending on the set you get, they could be expensive. And when you're doing close-up, the set that I have are the 12-inch rings, which are the large ones, until you get into the guy who was doing them with hula hoops. So the largest rings typically that you would see a magician use, they're 12 inches in diameter. Okay. So to do them in a close-up proximity, and especially in a situation like this, it would not really be good. So we're going to use rubber bands because they're less expensive. So here's the bit. We have one that goes behind the other. So you can visualize that. So now what would be typically the only ways I can get these off my hands?
Let go of one.
Well, I would let go. I would let go either over my finger, over my thumb, or on the other hand, over my finger, over my thumb. What about right through the middle?
No.
No. That would be
No.
impossible.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Now, here's the thing. I'm holding both rubber bands. So, of course, I can do that. I'm going to have you and Mike hold one of them.
Okay.
Or I can have you hold one if you don't want Mike involved. It depends.
I want Mike involved.
We want Mike involved. Mike!
I'm here. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
You scooch over.
Come over here. Get in the middle.
Oh, yeah, get in the middle.
Come on.
That works even better.
Oh, okay.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've done this surrounded. I've had people look at this in the most awkward angles. Jerry, what I'd like you to do is... That was a beautiful presentation. I don't think I'm thin enough to fit back through there, so kudos to you. It was I love the fact that every time I perform, I love this stuff. I can't ignore stuff that happens while I perform. Make it part of a show. And that was, it was not just that, it was the face that went with it. Jerry, what I want you to do with your right hand, make a hook. Okay? We're going to hook this. Now make a fist so that you can't let go. Don't let go. Whatever you do not let go of this. I'm not going to do that. Some of the jokes in the show are for me. Mike, you're going to do the same thing with your left hand?
Left hand.
Left hand. Okay? Good. Now, with the tension, the more tension there is in a rubber band, the more you can feel.
All right.
So it's easy to fool the sense of sight, harder to fool the senses of hearing and the sense of touch. Okay. Those are the two most difficult ones. Okay. Now, have you ever played with a magic or with a rubber band before? You like stretch, and then it's gone. You never find it again. They're inherently magic. Gone. Magic.
Oh, the dog finds it.
It's like, yeah. So here's what I want you to do. Bring this over here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I'm going to do the same thing. I don't know. With it. Oh, yeah, we have. They're changing the angle like while.
Right.
Okay. So as soon as I move it, you can feel it.
Okay.
As soon as it touches, you feel it. So you're not going to let go, right?
Right.
You're not going to let go.
Right.
Okay? And you can feel that. And if I were to let go here or here, that would be cheating. And again, it's there. Now, do you want me to do this covered or uncovered?
Uncovered.
Uncovered, because you want to try and see it. I've had people tell me to do it covered, and I've never understood that. And I had someone lay down one time and look up, which was cool. So again, don't let go. I could probably go all the way around you, but that would take too long.
Now, how did you do that? Okay, I watched
I'll take that back, so you don't have to. Nice. You're supposed to watch me. This is, and again, it's because it's close-up magic. And close-up magic, I don't have the lighting, the angles that I do on stage, so it makes things like this a lot more difficult. Now, I'm going to do one more with you, okay? I'm going to hold the rubber bands, but instead of coming off this, I'm not going to dislodge them, okay? What I'm going to do is cross them, put one finger where mine is, and Mike, if you would put one finger there, okay?
Got it.
I'm going to take my hands out,
Okay. So
and I'm just going to
pretty
do
tight
here.
right there. Got it.
And what I'm going to do is just give this a little rub right here.
It becomes one whole rubber band. Look how crazy this is. Look, it's one whole massive loop. Jerry, did you see that?
All right, so listen.
Did you see that, Jerry?
Remember the prediction we did earlier?
Oh, there it is. That's
Pretty good.
rubber band to impossible place. That's right.
There you go. So yeah, even with rubber bands, and they are believe it or not, they're some of the most fun magical prop to use. I actually came across something that I'm really considering getting because I like to do that. I like rubber band magic, and there's a whole genre of magic that is just rubber bands, believe it or not. And some of the best in the world at rubber band magic have these cool moves, and I'm like, I need to learn this now.
What's amazing is this, guys. They are close up. Right here to me. You're seeing them not so close up, but we're very close up, and we can't see what they're doing. That makes them that more incredible.
Thank you.
But
Wait, are you doing a rubber band thing?
If I can only remember how the setup works.
I know there's one that someone showed me where it was like through the thumb, and I'm like, I can never remember the setup.
If I can remember the setup directly, essentially you take a rubber band, it's like wrapped up around your hand like this, and you can take a cell phone, and you just go.
And it wraps around the cell phone?
Oh, very cool. Very cool methodology. And I didn't have these longer rubber bands at the time, so it was very
Dude, if you want some, take some. Do you know how long it took me to get through a fraction of that bag? And I have some just loose in the briefcase. If you want some, take some. But yeah, the ones that I find that work best are the number 19 rubber bands. The number 19, I don't know how rubber bands are gauged, but that's what it says on the bag. And using the colored one. Make that part of the show.
I did.
I'm on this side of the chair, I'm on the other side. But yeah, you get the multicolored ones where it's like blue or yellow. The best part was they used to have that fad, that crazy band, where for like a short period of time, kids wore them around their wrists, and you could easily do rubber band magic with it. I would just take two of the same color. My favorite part was how I would I would incorrectly guess what the shape of the band was. So it didn't matter what it was. It'd be like, this is a baseball star. I'm like, this is an astronaut. And there'd be like a shark, and I'm like, and that's a turtle. And they would correct me because I would obviously be wrong, and then I would go into the magic bit and give them back the silly bands.
See, I love those silly bands because, yes, you're right. The kids had those on all them all the time, and they were actually pretty good for doing tricks because they had the right amount of laxicity. But I love my most favorite mentalism effect would be to borrow that from the kid, hold it in my hand, and go, I want you to think of any animal, whatever that shape was. I would just go in that category, right? So if it was animals, I would say, all right, think about this animal, the whole 9 yards, and I want you to think about the color, the shape, the whole 9 yards, and they'll go through, and I'll say, all right, what animal were you thinking of? Name an animal.
Okay, a cat.
A cat, right? So I would open up my hands and I would pull out, and the rubber band would be a giraffe, and I go, see, there's a cat with a long neck.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
The kids will groan and tell me to take a walk.
Oh yeah. Hey, not all the jokes are for you.
All right, so you give me one more, and then you each do one more, and we'll call it a night.
Sure.
All right. I don't know. What do we want to do? Do we want to do for another packet trick, or do we want something a little bit more sleight of handish?
Sleight of handish.
All right. So I don't know how well the camera could see this.
This was good. Radio magic.
Yeah, right. All right. So, Jerry, right here, I got a stick, and on this stick, I got 2 stickers. All right. I got 2 stickers here, and I have 2 stickers here. I want you to go ahead and check that sticker out. Make sure that one doesn't move.
Okay.
All right. Does that go anywhere?
No.
Now, you know that when you put a sticker down, it's almost like kind of permanent. All right. Now, with a little bit of magic, you can take that sticker off just like that and throw it right back on. It works great at Best Buy.
Okay.
I like that line.
I can't take it.
Oh, I love it. I've been using that one for years. So like around kids, I go, it works great at school, but the Best Buy one it gets so much more better.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do that again.
Sure.
Okay, do it again. Come on.
Like, where did I put it?
Yeah, right.
I put it
Okay.
away because I thought I was done.
Yeah, so yeah, I could do that one again if you like.
Or a different one, but I liked it.
Oh, I loosened that. Yeah, no, so over here, got these 2 stickers here and got 2 stickers here. I want you to check that sticker out, make sure it doesn't move.
It
Right?
doesn't move.
No, it doesn't.
Neither
Just-
one. She's feeling both of them now.
Yeah, right? And that's how you got to do it, just real quick.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Do you remember these things? Uh-huh. Oh, I love these things. I just love this. Like, they're most people know these as a material. Like, or what shape is this?
Round.
It's a round, right? Or it's a ball.
Yeah.
Right? And most people know this as a material. What material do you think this looks like?
Like foamy,
Yeah,
squishy.
it's like a foam sponge ball. Some people also know this as as a clown nose. But in this case, we're going to refer to this one as its color in orange. All right. Oh, God. I over twisted this thing. So,
You know, he broke the mic.
yeah, right.
Mike,
So here-
Mike loosened the mic. Mike.
Which one do you want?
What do you mean, which one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me try this. How you get that?
Yeah. You're crazy. I want this one.
All right, that one. All right, so we'll put that guy right here in my sleeves. Hold that there for you for a second. This guy's going to right here in my hand. Hold open your hand for me. I'm going to put it in your hand. And when I do, I want you to close your hand real tight, just like that. All right, hold your hand up in the air. Watch, we got an orange over here, orange over there. We go 1, 2, 3, just like that. This orange disappears and jumps. Take a look. Right over there. Easy. Transposition magic.
Oh my gosh, really cool.
Thanks.
Really
Okay.
cool. What about you?
Um,
Oh yeah, right.
I was like, hold on a second. All I heard was the squeaking. I was like, it did it again. Hey, that is such a great prop.
I love these things. It's just for anybody that's watching this on the camera at home. It's literally a dog toy squeaker.
Oh my
you
gosh.
can just buy a toy that can squeak. You just cut it open. You pull it the little squeaker, the press thing, and there's like a little component in the inside that they put. Sometimes they'll actually like melt them into the toy, so it's all one unit. But if you can actually get them, sometimes you can pop these out. Or you can buy these things like online. They're just squeakers. Check out Magic sections. It's phenomenal, especially when you're like on vacation. You're in an elevator and there's like 30-something floors at a
That's
hotel.
great.
You just get in there. Yo, oh my God! Can you imagine the look on people's faces when you do that? You just turn around
Every
and you
time you push the button to the floor.
Yeah, and you're like, wow! And you do it the next one. You just light the whole board up and you get off on the next step.
Because someone's going to push the button.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, this is like, yeah, this is it. That's it. It's just a little thing. Oh, and by the way, oh, I dropped that. But you do not want to swallow that because it gets real funny. No, I'm kidding.
Now that's
I
funny.
heard them laughing in the other room. That was good.
Yeah, right.
Don't want to swallow it. Have you ever watched any cartoon? Ever?
Yeah, right.
I started with cards. I'm going to end with cards.
Fantastic. Yeah, right.
Oh, this is a newer deck. Cool. Take whatever one you want, Jerry. Oh, I should probably have done that more close to you.
Okay.
Take whatever one you want.
Okay. Got it.
And you're going to make a marked card.
Okay.
Remember what I said about not repeating? Mark it on the face of the card because I'm going to be looking at the backs. And if you mark the back, that's going to make it real easy for me.
All right. Close your eyes.
So go ahead.
Okay.
So remember when I had mentioned that for a lot of tricks, you don't want to do the same trick for the audience twice? I'm going to break that rule.
Okay. So go ahead.
Okay, so it's marked and it's closed, like it's face down?
Yeah.
And you recap the marker? Good, that'll prevent it from drying out so I don't have to purchase another. Okay, what's going to happen is you save money. It's tough times. What I'm going to do is shovel the cards up a little bit. Not that it matters because your card's out there, so these are kind of inconsequential. It doesn't matter what order they're in. But if they were all in the same order and then you put it in out of order, that would make it easy. But they are all different, right? They are all. Oh, wait, they are? I gave you the wrong deck. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, call out stop.
Stop.
Go ahead, place the card face down. Good choice. Hold your hands out because I'm going to do this in your hands. This way you can touch it. Good?
Okay.
Okay. Now, out of all the shuffling, okay, the card could be anywhere. But if I told you I could have made the card come within the couple top cards, how impressive would that be? If it was in the couple top.
Very.
What if it was the very top card? How impressive would that be?
All right. So First of all, how the heck did you do that? When I
This was
saw-
a family-friendly show that you said.
When I saw that, second or third, when you had them in your hand right now.
Okay, but ready? Here's the impressive part, okay? Ooh. We'll do it again. Look, you know card terminology from doing poker, okay? So if we have the card, if I have the cards, okay, what is it called when I do this with the cards?
I don't know.
When you do this with cards, what is it called? Cut them or split them.
No, we cut them.
We
don't
cut them.
split.
We don't split. I've heard both. I had actually not heard the split terminology until much later, and I'm like, I feel like I learned something new.
Oh, you only split door in blackjack.
If that's face up, okay, then that would be face
Down.
down. Now, if a magician pushes a card, if a magician pushes a card out to the side, that is known as out jogging. Okay? So here, we'll start over.
Okay,
Face up,
okay,
face down.
okay,
Out to the side is out jogging.
okay.
So what would up top be?
Up jogging.
Up jogging. You would be surprised how many people get that wrong, and the questions only get harder. Okay?
I just learned the difference between that now.
Out to the side is out jogging. Up top is up jogging. Okay?
Gotcha.
This is a fan, which is for me. Call out, stop, whenever you want.
Stop.
Right here? Good. So out jogged. That's why we go over out jogging, because it's out jogged. But this is called squaring up the deck. So you square up the deck. And then you get it to jump to the top again. Now, here's the bit.
Smooth.
Thank you. Here's the bit. Look, again, out to the side is
Out jogging.
out jogging. Up top is.
Up jogging.
Now here's the bit. I did the fan, and I pushed it, and then I pushed it in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to call out stop again. Okay? Call out stop.
Stop.
You're going to push it in. You push it in, Jerry. Square it up.
You have it in your mouth.
Oh,
You're still looking at the deck of cards. That's sleight of mouth. That is my variation of ambitious card.
That's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing,
love it.
amazing. Thank you,
very
guys.
nice, Jack. Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
Told you I was going to break the rule. Never do the same thing for the audience twice unless the trick calls for it, and that one happens to.
So guys in the back, what'd you think? Amazing, right?
Oh, just one thumbs up?
Nope, you got him over there.
You and me, we're going to talk.
And Jerry, you keep that.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're very welcome.
It's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so everybody out there, please, please share this video, okay? These two guys are incredible. Two of my favorite magicians of all time. I mean, even their personalities, I love them inside and out. I mean, they're not just, they're good friends. They've never said no. These guys will do anything for anyone. And I love what they do for kids. I love that that's a big part of what you guys do. I still have to figure out some of these tricks, okay? I tried bribing them. It didn't work, okay? It's going to happen. I'm going to figure out a couple of these boys, all right?
Don't you promise me with a good time.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
May I share with everybody, because I know you're on hiatus and you better get back to performing shows soon, because I want to
ahead,
see you. I know you,
share.
and it's not to rush you. I just would like to see him.
Share.
But the next public event that I'm doing, I'm actually opening for a very talented performer. His name is Buddy Katz. He does impersonations. All right, not impersonations. I'm blanking out on what it's called. When someone...
Impressions?
It's a tribute. He's a tribute artist. He does Michael Jackson. He does Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
I've watched him perform. I've gotten to meet him through Hamilton Radio. He's very talented, and he invited me to open for him, and I helped design an illusion that's going to be done during the show. I'm really excited for that. The show is on August 14th, as long as I have the date right. It's going to be at Ryan's Retail in Merchantville. Show times are going to be 2 and 5. Tickets are $10 for adults. Children 12 and under get in free. Children who are 12 and up, it's only $5 a ticket. If you want any more information, definitely email him. It's buddyjackson012@gmail.com. So BUDDYJACKSON012@gmail.com. He'll give you all the more information. Tickets are going to be sold at the door as well. Come out. It's going to be a good time. That is the earliest public event that I have going on before the Ren Fair in September. So
Amazing.
It'll be great to see people there.
Amazing.
You're forgetting October coming up.
Well, I'm not performing at that. I'm just helping manage that. There's a haunted attraction that I help run because I love spooky season. So I got asked again to help manage a haunted trail. It's a lot of fun. But the next public magic performance is August 14th. So definitely email Buddy and get the information because we'd love to have people out.
Very cool. So, guys, I want to say my thank yous to you, but then I want you to tell all your fans out there listening whatever it is you'd like to close with. But listen, all kidding aside, I've known you the longest, so I want to give you the first thank you. Thank you for always, always, always being a part of whatever Hamilton Radio has asked you. We love you. Geri Petitos show loves you. Okay? The owners are back there nodding their heads. You know, we absolutely love you. You are incredible, ridiculously incredible. You owe me that one trick. You owe me that one trick. Got it, mister?
I did promise. I
Okay.
promised I will live up to my promise. I
Okay.
always do.
Meeting you was a huge highlight for me. Okay? You have honored me so much. And let me tell you something. You are incredible. You know, magic is magic, and we all know that they're tricks, okay? We know that. But when you can't figure them out and you're sitting right here with these guys, that means they're incredible, all right? So props to you. Congratulations with your beautiful fiance. I'm so happy you're getting married. I love you. If there's anything you ever need from Hamilton Radio, please let us know. And, of course, that goes for you as well. So thank you to everyone listening. I'm going to have you guys say whatever you'd like to say to the audience, and we'll close with that.
You're going to point to me again first? Anyway. I'll share something. This is something a magician had shared with me. I like to share this at the end of my shows. It's not the cards or the tricks or the props or even the performance that makes us magicians. The things that make us a magician is people who share their time with us to allow us to share our art form with them. And obviously that was you today. Those of the tech guys and the owners sitting back in the office, and of course everybody who came in and tuned in on Facebook. So thank you guys for that. Because we can't do what we do. I mean, we can. It's just really boring because we've already seen what we do. So getting other people to watch us do what we do to allow us to keep doing it, it does mean a lot. And Geri, what you said, thank you. I really do appreciate that. I try to live up to my promises as best to my ability. So far, I haven't broken any. But yeah, no, Hamilton Radio has been great. I've met a lot of great performers. I've met a lot of great people through events. I met Mike through meeting him through the various channels here. And it's always a pleasure. And it's always, I actually have to think a little harder because I know coming on here, you are going to try and figure out what I'm doing. I'm like, what can I do that she's not going to figure out? And it's a little challenging, but it's fun. And it's something that allows me to think a little harder and to share some of the stuff I don't always get to do. Being on stage, which is what I've been primarily doing, I don't get to do some of this cool close-up stuff anymore. So it gives me the opportunity to go back to how I started. So thank you.
Thank you. What would you like to say to everyone out there?
Well, first I would like to say, and I would like to first thank you very much for having me on Hamilton Radio today and on your show, because this is always an excitement for me. I always get prepped up for this. I'm like, oh, this is great. We're going to do some magic on radio. I get to see Jack and the great technicians and crew. So I always love seeing everyone's face. So, and yeah, I would actually like to extend an extra little point on this, is that I'm actually honestly blessed and excited that for the opportunity from that day when you're having the fundraiser at the Friendlies, that I got to meet Jack, and get to meet everybody else down to this exact moment where we get to be here in the studio having this day.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh yes, absolutely it is. So then for all the other listeners at home as well, taking the world's a crazy place, but taking every day, if you have an opportunity to be with friends and family, take those moments. Get out there, have some fun. Live, laugh, love. And I will also say this, is that anytime anybody asks you, how are you doing? Most people will say, oh, not good, and they'll complain about something, or they'll say, oh, I'm good, and just be a very generic answer. Have a little more fun with it. Because like somebody says, hey, how are you doing? You go, I'm doing outstanding and always improving. And always sometimes people just need that. In today's world, it shows a little bit of care and just a moment for them to self-reflect, think, you know what, I need to improve in some areas too. And you never know, just that little moment can be tremendous and impactful in that person's life.
You're right about that. Thank you. Thank you, boys. Ruben, take us out, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is it really true? Is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.